Oilers Nation After Dark begins now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Oilers Nation after a Heritage Classic dub. Give it up for the boys and for yourselves and for us. We are live from the Sports Closet studio. We make that very clear. We are not still at Commonwealth Stadium, where I see the first comment of the day was from Jacob, and it says, Kulak. That's right, baby. You know me. I'm Brett Kulak's biggest fan. I'm a fanboy, and I went nuts when we got not only the Brett Kulak goal, but the start that all Oilers fans were looking for. It was the night that we all dreamt about. It happened, and joining me today, once again, the only two still committing to work this evening, Gavin Turinek is here with me. Gavin.
We're back, baby, and we're back after a massive Edmonton Oilers victory. We love to see it. We are back on track, and what other better way to do it than after the Heritage Classic?
I love it, and I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. I know it's just one game, but we're so back.
But we're holding on to this win. We needed this, AB. We needed this win.
We are not going to overanalyze. We are not going to be too negative because I think we've sat here way too much and talked about depressing and sad losses. But tonight
is a good night.
Everything went the way that we wanted it to go, and we are here to celebrate and celebrate with all of you. I see a lot of people in the chat today. I love that we keep this open during the game.
I think, honestly, since we've been doing that, I've been absolutely loving it because I check in between the games too, and obviously a lot of positivity today, as it should be. Massive win for the boys. Yeah,
I see you were in here and you put, what a start, producer Gavin. That's
I did right from the press box at Commonwealth. I had to get in on that.
This is such a good day. I see in here, Ryu Street Fighter said, start the parade. I don't know about that, but we can start planning out the route. We can do whatever we got to do. It was a great game. The vibes at Commonwealth Stadium.
Right from the get-go.
Dude,
from the get-go.
Being boots on the ground there, it was pretty incredible. Gavin, we were able to as well to get out of Commonwealth at the perfect timing and meet our Uber driver to make sure he could take us back to the studio just in time. We do this for you, folks. We don't want you to celebrate by yourselves. We want to celebrate together. And that's what we're doing tonight, baby. Oh, it was a hell of a night. I'm seeing it here. We can ride this.
And the overhit, too. A lot of goals.
Hey, we will visit Boardsy's bankroll in just a minute because I think we did pretty well tonight.
Pretty good today.
We did squad ride as a group. Oilers money line, which I guess in hindsight, we probably should have went puck line, but beggars can't be choosers. We'll take it. Was not going to get that far ahead of ourselves right now. So we're going to enjoy it. I love this comment here from FIFA Las Vegas. Says we have 5 days to milk the Battle of Alberta win. And that is exactly what we're going to do on the Oilers Nation YouTube. I see my brother is in the chat, and he says, Sunday fun day complete. Let's go.
Damn right. Sunday fun day. I like that.
What a great day for sports today. It was a good one. And he asked the question. I saw it in here earlier. I was asked a couple times tonight. I ran into a couple folks from the chat at the game. Yes, I'm putting the panic button back in the drawer, at least for tonight.
It's gone.
You don't see it in front of me here. There's no button. We're not smashing anything.
And another guy putting the panic button panic button away on is Evander Kane. What a game from 91 tonight.
We said it before, Gavin. Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games.
He stepped up.
Today was a big-time game. I believe Evander Kane is a big-time player. And boy, did he make big-time plays as he got on the stat sheet. 1 goal, 2 assists. He didn't
6 hits, 6 shots on goal. He showed up today.
Honestly, I was so happy that he didn't get credit for that tip-in goal because it was Vinny Desharnais' first NHL goal ever. Man, there's so many great things that happened tonight. I don't even know where to start.
There's a lot of good for sure. A lot of good tonight.
Salty Dylan says, I'm sipping the Canerade right now, baby. I think everybody in Edmonton is. There was so many. So let me give a little. So I was in the upper bowl with the nation team up there, which it was chilly.
You had some hand warmers too when we were walking out.
I had my hand warmers. Shout out to Kennedy. She was very prepared. Shout out to Gina, who tends to be in the chat a lot. As there was a moment I was pretty cold. and she pulls out of her purse a couple Fireball I think they're called nips or whatever they are, the little bottles of Fireball. Threw a couple of those back, and I was instantly warmed up again. And then Nickelback got the blood flowing tonight, baby. What an awesome night. I made the joke repeatedly that there's just a hockey game around the Nickelback concert. The Nickelback concert, we'll get into it in a minute. It was only 3 songs. Originally, they only played 3 songs, but a hell of a 3 songs, Gavin. It was lit. What did you think of Nickelback?
Absolutely loved it. So I was in the press box throughout the entirety of the game, and even the press box was vibing. We even dimmed the lights down so we could see it a little bit better. I absolutely love that they brought Nickelback on for the Heritage Classic.
It just made so much sense. They're the pride of Alberta, Hannah, Alberta. Chad Kruger was even saying it that, hey, we know this rivalry better than most. We know how important this is for these 2 cities. And it was so sweet to have them there, rocking the place, bringing the house down. I see a comment here from Austin Schaum, another buddy of mine. He says, is Brett Kissel the pride of Edmonton? I don't know, but I really liked the opening anthem that Brett performed today.
Yep.
I thought it was great. Everything about today was just great. I don't know if you can tell.
Picture perfect day.
The giant smile on my face that may have been because I had a beer period at the game and a little bit of Fireball, but I'm feeling good, and I hope everybody is too. So let's get into it with the Crown Royal scoring summary. If this lid still wasn't on here, and I wouldn't struggle to try and rip this thing off right now, I would take a chug, maybe at the end. We'll see how we're feeling. We love Crown Royal. They are the best. I actually saw a couple guys when I was drinking my Fireball, a guy he brought in Crown Royals of his own. Oh. And I was like, dude, you know we're sponsored? Like, I probably should have brought Crown Royal myself, but no, I followed the rules today. But I guess I also didn't, as I was drinking inside the stadium. So let's get into it. The Crown Royal scoring summary. We preached it before, Gavin. We wanted a hot start.
And we
got it, baby.
Right from the get-go.
Brett Kulak.
Your boy, Brett Kulak.
My boy, the photo is right there, signed to Aaron from Brett Kulak. I'm going to be sleeping with that one tonight because, of course, everybody had Brett Kulak first goal scorer. Gavin, I know me and you both on the Uber to the stadium.
Yeah.
We both threw down on Evander Kane first goal scorer, which I also threw down anytime goal scorer.
You, me, both.
So that was nice.
We still got that.
Beggars can't be choosers. Brett Kulak was able to bury on the rebound with a little, wasn't pretty, but a nice little backhander, gets in the back, of the net. And Commonwealth erupted when that went in, dude. It was such a sick vibe being in the stands. And I don't know, I'm an upper bowl kind of guy. I'm a common man. I like being with the drunk folk. There were so many funny chirps getting thrown out because, like, I don't know, at least where I was, I would say it was like 70-30 Oiler fans.
Yeah, that's what I was actually going to ask you because I didn't get a good view of it from the presser. So
I would say at least where I was, it was definitely more Oiler fans, but there was a lot of Calgary jerseys out there, a lot of old school ones too. I had a guy wearing a Mika Kiprusoff.
I did see a Kipper
right
as
in front of me. Yep. And I was like, hey, bro, respect. We all love Kipper, but it started out good, and it only continued to get better as Zach Hyman follows it up with the second goal of the game after a crucial penalty kill by the Edmonton Oilers. There wasn't much bad tonight. I think giving up 6 power plays to the other team does classify as bad, Gavin, yes?
Yes. We will be getting to that momentarily with the good, the bad, the oily, but you definitely cannot do that against good teams in the league, or you might not find the win like we did tonight.
Yeah, I was a little concerned. There was a couple calls there. Okay, let's get into it right here. I got to ask. Yeah. That Draisaitl call on playing with a broken stick, maybe because I was in the upper bowl, so please correct me in the chat if I'm off and you saw it, but how much did he play the puck with a stick? Because I saw him kick the puck.
Exactly.
I don't think that's an illegal move to do that, but let me know in the chat. And I was very confused by that one.
And even Woodcroft, right? And you could see his frustration from the bench too. I think just the fact that he had the broken stick in his hand and kicked the puck, like I don't know what you're expecting Dry to do there. Throw the stick away when I don't know. I was confused myself, and obviously Woodcroft expresses frustration as well.
And it just all happened so fast. I don't know. I was celebrating one moment. I was way to kick it. I high-fived the lady next to me, and then I revoked that high five because I realized that I was way off with that one. Hey, I see a comment in here from Worthful. Bottom 6 has 1 point in 8 games. While that's a fact, we're not digging into negative things tonight, so you can leave that in the dust. Yes, I know the third line.
But the thing is, too, like, we can bring up their points in the bottom 6, but at the same time, they're not playing bad hockey down there. And like I was talking with Zach Lang about Dylan Holloway. That man is going to get rewarded one of these games because he is too damn good. He's doing all the right things. So yeah, he's not finding the score sheet. And like our guy just mentioned here in the chat too, but like I just said, they're not playing bad hockey. They're still doing great things for the Edmonton Oilers team.
Yep. For me, it's all about the eye test. It's
100%.
the eye test. They pass the eye test. They keep the puck hemmed in the other zone all the time. It's an energy shift. That's what you want from your bottom 6. Yes, we would like to see them produce and score some goals. No shit. But hey, we didn't get it tonight, but we got
the 2 points. We got
from
the 2 points.
Big dogs as well. And continue with the scoring summary. Of course, Gavin, we were shit talking Nazem Kadri before the game today.
Yeah,
of course,
I texted it as soon as because I'll wear that one on the chin. We definitely jinxed the Nazem Kadri, but at least it didn't come back to bite us.
Yep. So Kadri was able to bury on the power play. That would be the only Flames power play goal they got. And then to cap off, an electric first period, man. It was electric out there. If I could relive that game and those vibes I just experienced, I would. But it was Evan Bouchard.
What a sequence in the offensive zone on that play, too. The sauce across from McDavid to Dry and then setting up the Bouch bomb. What a great sequence of events there.
Dude, it was pretty electric. The guy next to me, you know, like when you get caught, right? Like you're talking to someone or something, and he had completely turned his back on the play and was just talking to me and looking at me. And then I just boom, jumped up, spilt my beer, throwing it up everywhere. And he didn't get to see it, but he said to me after, he was like, dude, watching you react to that goal, that was even better than watching the goal.
So awesome.
There's nothing better than I felt like hundreds of fans in the stands tonight. It was just such a good family vibe out there. Then we get into the second period, where I did find the second period was a little more dull.
For sure.
From boots on the ground at Commonwealth, I had the idea, and I thought I was brilliant. Me and Tyler, which also, Mr. Yaremchuk, he's having himself.
He's having a good night. He's having a good night. He's celebrating the Oilers win as he should.
Let's just say Tyler was looking right at me, and he was not looking at me. He was having a good time. Tyler was grittying up and down the stairs and in the section, just doing it left, right, and center. And I said it before, Waz is our biggest celebrity, man. Like every time people walked up the stairs and saw Waz, they would just, hey, Oilersnation guy. It was incredible.
Love it.
Also, if you weren't at the game, I got to get him to remind me about what the prize was. But Lance Kane was selected for a contest. I believe it was some type of beach contest. So we had to put on, it was like sunglasses, a hat, something else, article of clothing, and then he had to blow up a beach ball all under X amount of time. And yes, it was the one, the only Lance Kane from the chat, our big supporter, and he was able to execute the challenge properly. And I think he won tickets to a beach or something.
Yeah, we got to get the details
here
from Lance.
I was DMing him during the game, and so I'm waiting for it. But he's probably on cloud 9 right now. When I saw Lance out there, dude, I was just like, what? Everybody, that's Lance. Like, oh, love seeing the Oilers Nation chat family do well and succeed. I see Russ Offerson said Fireball plus Nickelback. All a boy needs. I'm a simple man, brother. And that is all I needed on a Sunday. Couldn't say it better myself. I see Blake in here, says, give Nurse some love. Absolutely.
100%.
Everybody on this team is getting love from me tonight.
And did you see that Evander Kane was mic'd up tonight as well?
Yeah, I saw a couple things.
I saw a couple of good clips.
I still got to check my Twitter feed. Gavin, we really haven't had a moment to really catch our breath. We pretty much finished this show, went straight to the game, experienced all that fun, had a Nickelback concert in the middle of it all, and then we got out of there as quick as we could, got a ride here to the office so we could celebrate together. Hey, if you appreciate the hard work Gavin and I are putting in on a Sunday, please express that by smashing that like button, because we better be setting records today, because if you don't like this video, you didn't like that game. And there was a lot to like tonight. So continuing with the scoring summary, in the second period, I said it was, I think, AJ Greer. He was able to bury, does his thing, whatever. I don't know, the confidence. I'm not going to lie. I did have a moment of, are we going to score in the third period today?
Yeah, like the ice kind of tilted like right in the second period there. So, yeah, like I was a little concerned going into the third, but obviously those feelings went away pretty quickly.
Yep, it did. But we got to the third period. So in the second intermission, it was Nickelback. What a performance. It was great. It was everything I wanted. I hope it translated to the viewers at home because they absolutely rocked the stage tonight. They had the pyrotechnics going. They had it all going. And just for the show value of today, they even had the giant fighter jets fly across after Kissel's anthem. It felt like the Super Bowl there today, dude. It was just electric. Sure. Everything about it. But we get into the third period. And it was Vincent Desharnais, not Evander Kane, who was able to slap one home. I think it took a couple bounces. Once again, hard to see from the upper bowl, but I saw it hit the back of the net, and that was all that mattered. What'd you see on that one, Gavin?
Yeah, like initially I thought Evander Kane tipped it just kind of based on Evander Kane.
He reacted like he tipped it.
100, exactly, right? But honestly, give it to Vinny. Give the guy his first NHL goal. I hope he got that puck. I'm sure he did, but honestly, that was a huge goal to kick off that third period. And just getting that insurance back for us.
I love it. I did see the clip here. Salty Dylan says he's quoting Evander Kane. And I saw the clip where he says, what is anybody here going to do?
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. Just awesome.
What an excellent chirp to throw out. And he ain't wrong. Fact or fiction. Nobody did anything. There wasn't anything that was going to happen. I see a question here from Austin Shalom. What did you guys think of McDavid tonight after returning from injury? Gavin, I'll let you go first.
I'll tell you this. He is 100% right from the get-go. He had a scoring chance right from the get-go in the first period. Like, he was flying all over the ice like he usually does. He honestly did not miss a step. I think McDavid's back to 100%. And, like, obviously it sucked kind of missing out on those couple of games from McD, but obviously it shows that he's back and he's ready to do some damage for us.
He's ready to take over. I thought he looked physically great.
Yes.
He was arguably faster. I said McDavid with the wind at his back. That's an extra element that the opposition doesn't need. He looked great. I felt at the beginning of the game, there was a couple moments that he was trying to take it 1-on-5 just to see if he could still do it. Had a couple moments just trying to get his legs back under him. I thought pretty good. It's funny that you look at an Oilers dub night and McDavid gets 1 point and you're like a little disappointed. I'm not disappointed at all. All I see is 2 big fat points. But yes, McDavid looked good.
He looked fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. He was flying over the ice. And like I was saying too, he initially set up like that Buchbaum goal too, and that ridiculous pass across the ice too dry. So yeah, he's back, baby.
I just threw darts at the Betway dartboard tonight. I was throwing on everything. And I did have Connor McDavid 2 points and Oilers to win. So that was a little, because I thought he had 2 points. I really did at one point. And then I had to check the score app. Nope, I was wrong. But hey, it is what it is. And then at the end of the game, it is Evander Kane who was able to bury for the empty net. Gavin, we were in the Uber at that point for that one. We actually timed it out pretty damn good.
We did. And like even our Uber driver, clutch guy, I never caught his name, but clutch Uber driver
4.97 rating though.
Yep. Oh, there you go. So he threw it on in the radio for us because one thing we were kind of checking to make sure the over hit, which it did. Cash,
money. Gavin, we did pretty good. We did pretty good on our bets today.
Good night all around.
My Betway account has been flushed with money again, so I will not have to do a shame reload to start the week, which is always a good feeling because I have shame reloaded way too many times to start the season, and I don't want to keep that going. I see a question from Matt again. Which goalie starts next game? We'll get into that at the end of the show because we're going to keep talking about this one. So that was this Crown Royal scoring summary. It was a great game. Gavin, what was your favorite part of the game today? Was it Nickelback? Was it the fighter jets? Was it Brett Kissel? Was it the cold air out there?
Honestly, man,
I like the cold air.
Is there an option for all the above? Because everything about this night was absolutely fantastic. Obviously, the Oilers win like absolutely caps it off for us. But honestly, just the NHL put on a great event. Oilers won. So to be quite frank, all the above, AB, 100%.
Everything was sick, dude. The alumni even there. They had Jarrett Stolze.
Big George the Rock, too. The man, the myth, the legend himself.
George the Rock was great, too. He kept the mic for a little bit there. I think it was the
man of the people.
He is so a man of the people, and everybody loves him. Jarrett Stoll was one I didn't expect to see. And then the place absolutely erupted when Ales Hemsky walked out there to do the 6-man ceremonial face-off, whatever. I love Alex Hemsky, and seeing him back in Edmonton, seeing all the Oilers. Cujo was there. He did a in-house presentation for a skit or whatever. Charlie Huddy was there. Fernando Pizzani was there. It was just a who's who of a blast from the past. I said also in the stands, it's so funny that I don't know. I look back on those days with such fondness and such great memories. And don't take it the wrong way, but maybe I necessarily shouldn't because it wasn't the greatest times. We never won anything. We had the 06 Cup run, but it ended in heartbreak. But those guys are forever etched in my heart. And to see them all come back and it's Ryan Whitney says it all the time. Once an Oiler, always an Oiler. And the family vibe was definitely out there. The family vibe's going off in this chat right now. I see letters of Verax. I don't even know what that means. Alex Hemsky looked great. My man, he's the best. Rafi Torres was there too, right? Pretty sure he was there. There's so many guys. We'll get into more questions here as we fly along. But as we know, it's probably time for the good, bad, and the oily.
And there was a lot of good tonight.
There wasn't much bad. And Gavin, it's presented by Alberta Blue Cross. There's only one thing better than sharing memories, and that is making new ones. We made
a lot of memories.
I made a lot of good memories tonight. I really did. Alberta Blue Cross Travel Insurance helps protect your memories and more wherever travel takes you. Visit ab.bluecross.ca/travel for more information. The good, it could have been a flurry of things tonight, but we're going to go with the overall theme. The boys are back on track. Sometimes I say it, it's like being at the free throw. You just need to see one go through the hoop, and I think you'll never get sick of beating your cross-province rival and beating them handedly at that. This was a confidence booster for everybody. You get to see your captain back. Your fans came out, supported. It was everything. Everybody played well, Gavin. The good. It was everything today.
It was everything. And obviously the Oilers now snap a 4-game losing skid. So the title says it right there. The boys are back on track. McDavid's back. Skinner played well. So we're flying in going into next week.
I'm also going to give an honorary good. I see it in here to the jerseys. Even both sides,
they look clean.
They looked so clean. The leather pants and the gloves was such a sick touch. I know we overanalyze like we do. Fan is short for fanatic. We're all crazy people. We overanalyze the jerseys like nuts. But man, when they were out there on the ice, they looked on the sick.
Ice for sure.
And don't hate me, well, fans, but I hadn't really seen one of the Flames jerseys up close and personal. But the guy sitting in front of me had one, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a good look. It was a good look for both teams.
A good look for a Flames jersey. We'll just say that.
Exactly. We're not gonna say it was good, but I just liked. I don't know. Something about the Heritage Classic and the jerseys. It brings it out of you. It makes you excited. I'm sure you can tell right now I have this stupid grin on my face.
I don't think you stopped smiling since we sat down.
No, I haven't. I'm having too much fun. And I can't wait to go back out and go have a little bit more fun after this as well. Esther Moore said, let's talk about Lance Kane winning a trip. So it was a trip. I'm pretty sure it's a trip to a beach because it was all very beach themed. So Lance, if you're looking for somebody to take, you pointed out, I bought you a beer at a punk rock show years ago. Pay it back. Let's go. We become real good buddies.
And QF Pro, yes, Zach Lang is indeed in the Oilers locker room.
Yep, Zach Lang did a great job. He was up there in the media booth with you, Gavin.
Yep.
Zach does a great job live tweeting, man. He's one of my favorite Twitter accounts to follow. He keeps you updated with absolutely everything you need to know. So people, if you don't follow
I saw him at work today too. It's impressive. He has 3 different screens going, getting some live updates on the game. It was quite impressive to watch for sure.
That's my boy. Shout out ZJ Lang on Twitter. ZJLAING. I think I was right with that. Yes, I was right with that. I was absolutely right with that. Jeremy Lebrecht in the chat said, best outdoor jerseys for a long time. Look at our boy, Zach.
There's Zach in action.
In his element, brother. I also, looking at this photo, I was like, is Zach that tall or is Zach Hyman short? I don't think Zach Hyman's short.
I kind of had to crop this photo too because Hyman was just wearing some sweet compression pants. So I don't think that people really wanted to see that. So I had to crop it above the waist.
I'm going to need a copy of that photo. I'm going to need a copy of that. Just for research purposes. Strictly for research purposes. I see Final Buzzer here said, Fireball will do that to a guy. Yeah. Hey, there's no complaints over here. I had one hell of a night. So with the good comes the bad. I saw it already here in the chat. If I did have to pick something, and it's been a theme for this Oilers squad.
And I even tweeted about it going in.
It's dumb penalties, left, right, and center. And boy, oh boy, we took a couple of them tonight. Once again, as I said, just checking here.
We had 6.
6 is just simply, you can't expect to win a game. I know we won a game, but like you said before, if you're playing actual Stanley Cup contenders,
if you're playing a top team in the league, it's going to be tough to win games for sure. And coming into this game, we are giving up 11 penalty minutes per game, which ranked 20th in the NHL. So, and like you said too, it's a revolving theme for the Edmonton Oilers. So it's definitely one thing we have to clean up.
So we added another minute to that. Look at that. Always improving.
Some quick math.
I guess that's quick math. Yeah, check me on that. QF Pro says game management at its finest. Everybody here still talking about Alex Hemsky. I love it. Letterson of Verac said, thank Jeebus. We were playing the Flames. Yeah, but that was a get-right game, people. That's what I call that. That's a get-right game. It's a point night for a lot of the guys on the team, except for that third line. But, hey, it is what it is. The bad, it was too many penalties. I don't want to focus on bad, but it just sucked, man. The dry one was bad. Kane took a boarding one very early in the game.
Yeah, very early in the game.
And it was like, right, we got the hot start that we wanted. We got on the board early. And I had a little doubt creeping in there, like, oh my God, are we going to continue to keep doing this?
Well, especially when they had a 5-on-3 with over a minute, you're like, oh boy, here we go.
And I'm pretty sure with one of the power plays that they scored on, it was a 5-on-3, and they scored with 1 second left in the first one. So that was a real backbreaker. The lady next to me, shout out her. I have no idea what her name was, but she also had hand warmers, and she shared them with me. Mike D, I am sorry to break the bad news. I've been texting Connor Halley all night, and I do not think he's going to be joining us. He's a little busy right now.
Chargers game's
He's
on,
also
too.
cheering on his Los Angeles Chargers.
And they're balling out. They're balling out,
is the
though, the
score
Chargers. Right now? Last time I checked was 24-7.
Go Keenan Allen. I got him in
Eckler's
like 4
going
leagues.
off today, too. Eckler's going off.
So we will forgive Connor Halley, but he did promise me that on the next one we do, he would like to join us. So that should be Thursday. I don't want to give false promises. It wasn't up to me. But take it easy on Connor Halley. He's our number one supporter. Gavin, I really do think Connor is our number one supporter.
He is. He even throws us up on his big screen at home on the TV. So, yeah, he loves it. He tweeted us a photo after the last game, and he was driving. Do not condone this, but he was driving, and he had the phone up on the screen, up on the dash, watching us. That's commitment.
And he tweeted out, and he said, hey, this makes the drive a lot better thanks to us. So, hey, we appreciate that. And I appreciate every one of you tuning in right now, wanting to celebrate together. But with the good and the bad, let's get into the oily. And this one writes itself.
Easy.
It was
easy
Nickelback,
choice,
baby. A little bit of rock star going. So I'm pretty sure the people on TV only got to, correct me if I'm wrong, but did you guys only get to see 2 songs? Because Chad Kruger, after he finished the second one, said, I'm pretty sure they just cut to commercial, so now we can do what we really want. And he played Rockstar. It's an absolute banger of a song. Gavin, and I want everyone in the chat, let me know as well. Gavin, what's your favorite Nickelback song?
I think going back, I think you just said it there, it's Rockstar, because I don't know if you remember the music video. Wayne Gretzky is actually in that music video. So I remember watching that as a kid. So 100% Rockstar.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Saving Me, because if there's any lifelong Oilers fans out here, you remember 2006, the Game 7 CBC intro video. It was cut to Nickelback Saving Me. And
classic.
I mean, that game haunts my memories forever. And you would think that song I would associate with bad times, but I do not at all. It just brings me back to such a great, I don't know, it just gives me nostalgia of a time that was so good. And once again, seeing all the Oilers there again tonight, I'm still living off 06 highs right now. I see a couple people in here. Okay, so they only did get to see 2 songs.
Okay.
Damn, that sucks. You guys didn't get to see Rockstar. I'm pretty sure Kennedy recorded the entire thing. She was fangirling pretty hard. In our section, we were going pretty nuts. Me, Kenny, Gina, and Waz singing all the words. And then little old Tyler just grittying around all over the place. He was so in one today. I wish you guys could have seen it. Matt Bordato in here said, Nickelback reminding me of Much Music. That's a throwback right there. I used to watch the Much Music countdown all the time with Matt Bordato in there. Get a little hashtag Boardsy Bros going again, everybody. Kimberly said a little too family friendly, lol. Their concert in June was awesome. Yeah, there was a lot of kids there. There was, and I noticed it coming into, like, I didn't see any fights. I didn't see anything in the stands. Like, for the most part, everybody was pretty well behaved. But of course, there's always the couple guys. Say it was the let's go Oilers, Calgary sucks, right? Going like the entire time. And then there was some fans ad-libbing some things that I will not repeat in the stands. And they're just so smashed out there, man. It kind of gets a little awkward when there's kids around, right? And you're just like, man, like, you don't got to do that. But hey, I get it. You spend all that money for your ticket. You can do whatever you want, I guess. It was all in good fun. There was a lot of that. I didn't see any really animosity. Gavin, did you see anything?
Not in the press box.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that probably would be the least.
That would have been awkward.
The upper bowl is definitely where you get to see some of that stuff. And Gina points it out here. Shout out Gina. She gave me the fireball. Everybody thank her in there. She said no burn it to the ground was a little surprising, but Nickelback still killed it. Yeah, I did really think that they were maybe going to start with that one. And they had all the pyrotechnics going. So kind of writes itself for that. But hey, we're not complaining. Number one fan. Calgary does suck, though. Yeah, totally. Absolutely right. Looking in here, Stealth Legends for what's your favorite Nickelback song. Said too many to say. Yep, it's a tough choice. Hey, Jeremy Lebrecq, he understands. He said, saving me purely for the 06 video. I knew Jeremy would understand. Pretty sure I went to high school with Jeremy back in the day. Jeremy, let me know if we did go to high school together back in the day. Danger Suede. Aaron out there looking out for the orphans in the stands. But I'm looking out for everybody, okay? I'm a nice middleman. We try and keep it together. Gavin, anything else kind of oily, good or bad that you want to focus on before we move along?
No, I think we kind of touched on it. Like, obviously, Evander Kane was outstanding tonight. McDavid's back to his like normal self, healthy self. So
Vinny, first goal.
That's
not good. That's great.
Yes, definitely. And all in all, just a good game all around. And like we were mentioning too, there was not a lot of bad to pick apart in this hockey game too. I think Stu played well. Our transition game was awesome too. Entering the zone, and all around just a good hockey game for the guys.
Yep. I want to give a big shout out to the ice crew too, because that cannot be an easy job, brother. Going out there, all the Zambonis, all the crew. The sun was out to start the game, and then it goes down. So you got to deal with some of the reflection. I will say, though, I was on the side that the sun was facing. So it was nice, whatever. The sun was in my eyes, whatever. But the moment that sun went down,
Got cold,
It got cold, and it got cold fast. It wasn't nearly as bad as the old 03 one, I believe. Also, another, like, the NHL killed it tonight. They even had Montreal Canadiens players from the 03 game out there, and they had Jose Theodore come out there. If you don't remember the visual, Jose Theodore playing with the toque on his helmet back in the day, that was such a cool thing to see. I love about it. Oh my God, my buddy Lee is in the chat, and he said Nickelback equals Canadian Creed. I love Creed, and I love Nickelback. That is actually
I love that comparison.
That is a very accurate comparison. And
Lance Kane's in the chat.
Is in the chat. Guys,
Congrats,
I want a trip.
Lance.
Lance, man, we should send Lance a link so
That's
he
so
can
awesome.
hop on the show to tell us all about it. Lance, you killed it. I had all the confidence in the world that you had the lung capacity to blow up that beach ball. And you did it. You did it with like 9 seconds left on the board. So I was very proud.
And Lance, let us know too. And where are you going? And that's one thing that we're not sure of.
And are you taking me? You owe me a beer, so I'll accept the trip to a beach anytime. It's all good. Letters of action.
But yeah, congrats, Lance. And that's awesome.
Lance, that was awesome. You did the chat very proud. I felt like a proud dad watching that out there, being like, I know
that's
that
my
guy.
boy.
I know that guy. I know that guy. And he killed it. So Lance, you know what? That's a great segue into my DoorDash hot and cold
Ding
performer
dong.
of the game. And ding dong, DoorDash. For a limited time, our listeners can get 25% off and 0 delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter the code NATION25, all capitals. It's over there. Okay, I'll point over there. I always get turned around when I'm looking at the screen here. But my DoorDash hot performer of the game, it's an obvious one. We called him out before the game, big-time player making big-time plays in big-time games. It's Evander Kane. He showed out on the stat sheet. He showed out in scrums. He showed out on that mic clip. What are any of you going to do about it? That was enough to be my hot performer of the game. But I thought Evander Kane was all over the ice tonight.
Yeah, he made his presence known for sure throughout the entirety of this hockey game.
And this is just what you want. I know we're beating a dead horse, but like Evander Kane's potential, when he is dialed into the game and he wants to affect the game in whatever aspect he can do it all. He's a sniper. He's a power forward. He can forecheck.
Well, yeah, and he laid 6 hits tonight too, right? And like I'm looking at the stat sheet here now too, like 6 shots on goal, 6 hits, 3 points. He was all over the ice tonight for the Edmonton Oilers.
20 and a half minutes on the ice. I do not like seeing 4 PIMs. That is the one thing.
But that's kind of the thing like you get with Evander Kane though too, right? You kind of get both sides. I think it's like a double-edged sword, so to speak.
I say it all the time, live and die by the sword, okay? If you're gonna cheer when he gets into a fight or he does stuff like that, then you got to take the good with the bad, and you're going to deal with that. Gavin, do you have any hot performer of the game for DoorDash this evening?
It's Kane. 100%. I think Kane's the only right answer here. Like I know other players did stand out tonight, like a Hyman or a Nurse, so to speak, but today Kane's the number one right answer for sure.
Yep. I'm going to give both of my hot performers to both Canes. Lance, you're in this too. You really shout out.
And he will be going to someplace hot, so it kind of works out. I'm
thinking of Jamaica, honestly, or Costa Rica.
So do you get the pick?
I don't know, Lance. I've never been in Jamaica before, so.
Yeah, I heard Jamaica's pretty sweet.
Let's go, man. Let's get our smoke on, man. That's good stuff. Yeah, letters of Rax here. Kane's got to take fewer penalties, though.
Yeah,
Play on the edge, but not over.
But if that gets him involved in a game and kind of juices him up, I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I'm all for it.
Me too. I see some people in here for the good or the hot performer, Skinny and Vinny. I like that.
Skinny Vinny.
Like
ooh.
that. Hey, let's get into it here. Wait, let's continue with our hots here, and I want to talk about Stuart Skinner.
Yep.
I thought he played great. He looked fantastic in those pads. What a look. Paying homage to your old boy, Grant Furzy. Oh, nice. You got a photo of it there? Yeah, throw it up for me. Look at that. Those are clean. Those are clean pads right there.
And he put it to good use tonight for sure.
He sure did. We say it all the time. All I ask from my Edmonton Oilers goaltenders is a save percentage that starts with a 9. Well, tonight we got that. Stuart Skinner was able to make 24 saves on 26 shots for a 923 save percentage. I thought he kept us in it all game long. I don't overly think he was challenged all too hard, but he made the saves that you needed him to make. That's all we can ever ask, and that's all I need. Gavin, what'd you think of Stu tonight?
Yeah, for sure. Like you just said it there, he made the saves when we needed him to. And the fact that like our Edmonton Oilers offense is so high powering, just give us a chance. Just give us a chance. Make those key saves. Honestly, keep it 3 goals or less, 4 goals or less, because our offense is that good. And like you said, save percentage in the 9s, the Edmonton Oilers will win hockey games.
It's fact. I mean, when you put up, if you can score 5 goals a game every game,
yeah.
And that's what the Oilers, I'm starting to come back to it of never thinking they're never out of it. But once again, that's just drinking the Kool-Aid right now. I think we're a little high off an Oilers victory right
now. As we should be, though, man. Like, it's long overdue.
Gavin, me and you have earned this because we've had to sit in this room how many nights in a row trying to find a way to spin
We can be the biggest
positivity.
Oilers homers right now, but like you just said it right there, we deserve it, and we deserve to gloat about this win for the next 5 days.
Yep. Okay, so then let's get into our DoorDash cold performer of the game. I don't know. Did we pick one before, Gavin? Do you have one?
Maybe the officiating. Maybe. Like, obviously on that Vinny Darnay interference call, I think that was pretty weak because I just think Darnay was just stronger than the individual that he happened to push over. And obviously, like, that Draisaitl one is kind of up in speculation. Like, I understand maybe in the books that's a penalty, but come on, like, what are you expecting him to do? Other than that, other than the officiating, I can't really think of a cold performer.
I can think of a cold performer.
You.
And it's me. It's me because I was
You were cold, man.
I didn't really dress that well for it. I really wasn't prepared. I didn't even bring gloves. But shout out to the hand warmers that were given to me and Gavin. We did the pregame show. We even left with a couple minutes left in the game so we could get out here to do this. We performed in the cold, and we're doing well. Little pat. Like, oh, this is for you. I'm clapping for you, Gavin. You're doing great. Doing great work. And I'm very happy I wasn't alone leaving the game by myself. So I got to do it with you. That's a good time. I see Curtis P in here talking cold performers. He said McLeod equals invisible. Yeah, I'll be honest. That one today. Yeah,
Actually, I didn't even notice him on the ice today.
I didn't really as well when you say that. Once again, it's always tough when you're at the game, let alone an outdoor game, because you're even further from the ice. Mm-hmm. So it's hard to kind of like, I don't know, analyze the game. So I got to go home, watch a little bit of tape before Oilers Nation every day with Hungover Your M-Chuck tomorrow. That's going to be good. That's going to be real good, people. But, Lance in here said, I'm told my choices of 50 tropical locations.
That's awesome.
Dude, wow. That's incredible.
That's so awesome. Attaboy, Lance. Congrats again,
man.
I'm
so jealous of you, Lance.
That's wicked.
God damn. That's so good. Maynard says, back to the bad. I'm still not loving Matthias Ekholm so far. I'm not hating his game. It's not maybe the Matthias Ekholm that we saw at the end of last year.
Yeah, maybe he's not like a standout defenseman like we happened to see at the tail end of last year. But at the same time, like I'm not noticing anything that's like a glaring concern.
Yeah, no, me not either. I'm looking here. 20 minutes of ice.
Another guy that could be cold is Adam Ernie because he only played 3 minutes. So he was probably cold on the bench.
That boy probably had hand warmers in his gloves, just like the rest of us.
He was probably freezing.
I see a lot of people in here, and it says Maynard once again. You have to wonder why Ernie is even up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair question. I get it. It's like you always need, I don't know. For me, it's like keeping the break glass in case of emergency. It is nice to have a fourth line guy that you could stick out there to be like, hey, go fight that guy right now. Go do it. However, I haven't really seen that from Adam Ernie so far. I've seen him getting a couple scrums that also could be attributed to the fact he just straight up doesn't play. But
and granted too, I know we were obviously on the penalty kill like 6 times tonight too, and he's not going to get time there. But yeah, I don't know what to do with Adam Ernie at this point.
Let me know in the chat if you think Adam Ernie should possibly be sent down to the minors and who you would call up. A lot of people on pregame with boards earlier today bringing up Raph Lavoie.
And that's a name that consistently comes up in our chat.
Yeah, exactly. There's a couple names that could even do. Lane Peterson, I think, has been having a good season in the NHL so far. That's another guy that he's a proven, veteran guy.
You know where you're getting out of him.
Exactly.
For sure.
That's the thing with the Raph Lavoie. You might not know what you're getting, but once again, you don't know what you're getting until you open it up, until you crack open the pack and you dig in and see there. So I think I'm starting to lean towards, I was an Ernie guy to start the year because I wanted to start with a proven fourth liner. But if you're going to play 3 minutes and just sit on the bench the whole time,
I think you give Lavoie a shot, man.
I'd rather, at this point. But then I guess the same as the flip is, would Raph Lavoie just be getting 3 minutes of ice time a game? Yeah,
I don't know.
Maybe. Even if he gets 3 minutes of ice, is that more valuable?
I think he also offers more than Adam Ernie would for the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, Maynard said too early for Lavoie. Peterson for sure. For me, it's between those two guys. It's really not anybody else for me. I know everybody loves Sam Gagner. I hate to say it, but I don't think Sam Gagner has the foot speed to play in the NHL. Now, he'd be on a fourth line role, so maybe he could. Maybe you could hide him, but I don't know. That's not really the guy I'm going to go with. Lance said, I'm looking at the list right now. Hawaii is on that list. Woo. I'm very curious to know what's on that list of
Definitely let us know when you make that selection.
Yeah, and you're going to have to, Lance, you're going to have to try and work that vacation around the Oilers schedule. Maybe All-Star break? Because I'm going to need you in the chat, Lance. I'm going to need you in the chance. The show isn't the same.
He will be missed.
Without you. You're always in here, and I always appreciate you. Any other cool performers? No, not really. It was a really good time. I will say, maybe not a cold performer, but one thing that was kind of sucked at the game, man. I've never seen Commonwealth that packed.
The concourse was nuts.
It was insane, and I believe we saw that it was officially sold out.
Yeah, just over 55,000.
At 55,411. And brother, there was not many open seats out there. It was slim picking. To go to the men's room was a trek. I tried so hard not to break the seal till like midway through the second, and I was like, Tyler, I'm gonna make a mistake up here in this seat. I gotta go right now. So we had to stand in line for so long. Also, I want to start the petition. This is for the boys in the chat. Bring back the trough at Commonwealth Stadium, okay? I don't know if you remember, if any of you are old enough to remember but they used to just have the trough in there. And hey, say what you want. It's a group activity, but it's a lot more efficient than everybody just fighting in there, trying to run in. It was definitely that. Hey, there's my cold performer. There's my cold.
There you go.
Me and the bathrooms at Commonwealth Stadium. That's really all I got. I also want to give another shout out to Wendy's. It's not comfort food tonight, baby. It's just celebrating food. I might get some chicken nuggets later tonight. There's a Wendy's by my house.
I'm a big bacon cheeseburger kind of guy.
Yeah. Baconator, always a classic. But Wendy's is letting you win real food with your fantasy teams this year and daily face-off. For those of you who smoke the competition, Wendy's is rewarding you with weekly prizes that have you savoring the true taste of victory. But if your fantasy team doesn't deliver you a W, get the new Wendy's barbecue bacon cheeseburger delivered to your door instead. Gavin, how would you get that delivered to your door?
DoorDash.
Ding dong. That's right, baby.
DoorDash.
2-in-1. Plugs on plugs on plugs. So we love Wendy's. Go get some Wendy's. I might even get a taco salad at Wendy's. I recently got one. Tyler was talking it up. I got it. I even get a little side chili. Today's my day. Today's a celebrating day. I want to treat myself. We're going to treat ourselves with lots of things. Alan here said the stadium is sold out for U18 women's soccer, if you can believe it. I don't believe it. I'm kidding. Yes, I do. Christopher Palmer said, hey, boys, Calgary seems a little down right now. What happened? I don't know, bud. They drove up the QE2 just for that, hey? The Calgary coach pregame pep talk is ZZZZZ. I didn't see that. Did you see that, Gavin?
I did not know.
No, I didn't. Somebody send me a link. Somebody send me a link to that on Instagram or Twitter. Once again, if you don't follow us on Instagram, I'm Bordato, and on Twitter, I'm Aaron Bordato. I also had a guy come up to me at the stadium, and he goes, Aaron, you have way too many nicknames. Producer Aaron, AB, Boardsy, just whatever you want to call me, Bordato. Call me whatever you want. I'll respond to anything. Just kind of checking through here if we missed anything. Gavin, anything that has kind of stood out to you that we haven't so far addressed?
No, I think
we went 47 minutes already.
Yeah,
that just flew by.
I think we honestly hit on everything. I think just the good alone is just getting back on track. Obviously, both teams coming into this hockey game were losers of 4 straight. So this was a massive win for the Edmonton Oilers team.
It really was.
Massive.
It's the confidence builder we all needed. The panic button.
It's gone.
It's gone, baby.
I've also pushed it away for Evander Kane because I was starting to get a little bit panicky about Evander Kane's play. I put that away on that too. Evander Kane's back in my good books. Yep. I like a lot of Edmonton Oilers right now.
Yep. It's so funny how these fluctuations with Evander Kane. And
that's the thing, like with the early in the season, right? Like, don't overreact. I think we said it many times on our show, RELAX, relax. And we said it once again. And now we're good. We're good. A huge win tonight. I'm fired up. What a way to cap off this week.
Shout out us, Gavin. We could be registered therapists with the way we've been able to talk Oiler fans off the ledge for a little bit so far this season. Connor Brown, what did you think of him tonight? I mean, I guess in general, that third line, I guess, is probably, maybe in my opinion, the worst game they had. They weren't that noticeable. I noticed Connor Brown a couple times. Yep. It was funny as Tyler out there with him. You know that man loves his Betway, 19+. Please play responsibly. And he was sweating out. All he needed in one of his parlays, I think, for a cool 300 was a Connor Brown goal. Oh, I'm sorry, Tyler. That one did not happen. But it's always fun. Like, even when the guy next to you has a bet like that, you might not have money on it, but you lived through that. And it just kind of everybody in the rows around us was kind of getting into it. It was really good. I also want to point this one out. Tyler Mulick, the real Tyler Mulick in the chat, said, I can't hear you because I'm at great. Pretty sure he meant Greta, but let's go Oilers. You are a cutie in real life. Thanks, Mulick. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it.
You got there.
I'm pretty sure. So if you're looking for a good time right now to celebrate, the Nation bus left Commonwealth and was going back to Greta to have a great time, have some drinks, celebrate.
I've been seeing some videos. It looks like it's a good time over at Greta. So
it's only 9 o'clock right now.
Be heading down.
So if you want to make your way, honestly, I got to mentally decide. I think I want to go to Greta right now. I do have to work very early in the morning. When has that ever stopped me
and
before,
another
Gavin?
thing that we could be celebrating is we hit our Borsey bankroll.
Yeah, we did, Gavin. Why don't you pop that up there and you tell the people you're the one who picks these bets with you get the stats.
Yes.
And today we cashed.
Yeah. So obviously in our pregame with Boardsy show, the fans, you guys picked the Edmonton Oilers to win. Moneyline was our squad ride bet. Easy money, cash it over 6.5. Was a little bit of a sweat, but we got there. Bouchard, I think, missed it by 1.
Yeah, I see he has 2 shots.
Yeah,
I
two
thought
shots.
he had 3 earlier.
Yeah, so did I. But honestly, 2 to 3, we're laughing. Our squad bet hit. So all in all, a good night for everyone once again.
I see a great comment here. Final buzzer. Broberg didn't trip himself. Winning. That's right, baby.
Yeah.
It's all positive tonight, everybody. This was great. Al says best game Desharnais has played this season. Dacky, Connor Brown had an extra step tonight at least. He even got down to block a shot, which was great. I feel like Connor Brown, I don't know, just the effort is there for me.
I'm seeing a little bit more too. He definitely has like a little bit more juice in his step. And like, I don't know how long we can use his last injury as a scapegoat, but I can admit like he definitely has a step get back and he's starting to generate scoring chances now for us as well. So
I see Al here said Holloway does not hit, fight, score, assist, or kill penalties. What exactly is his function? Okay, the first one you said, he does lay hits. I don't know what you're
disagree
talking
with
about.
that because I think Holloway, like, and I know I keep saying this and I'll say it again. Yes, he's not showing up in the score sheet, but he is providing so much for this Edmonton Oilers team. He has the speed.
He forechecks like crazy.
He is laying hits. And
that is so off to say Dylan Holloway doesn't lay hits. I'm putting you in.
And he generated, I think, 1 or 2 scoring chances again today. He's going to get rewarded soon. I like Dylan Holloway's game. And I think as soon as he gets that 1, he's going to pop off for us.
He's also hasn't even played a full NHL regular
season. As you can tell,
right?
I'm very passionate about Dylan Holloway. I don't know why, but I like
negativity tonight. I like the kid,
and honestly, I like his game. I like him on the third line, and I just think he does a lot of things right for this Edmonton Oilers team.
Yep, I do too. I love Dylan Holloway, and I think you need guys like that are on entry-level deals to bring you energy because I'm sorry, when you're paying Connor 12, you're paying Darnell 9, you're paying Dry 8, you need bargains, and Dylan Holloway is that, and he needs more experience on the ice. Mm-hmm. It will only get better. I wholeheartedly disagree, but I appreciate you in the chat. I will not put you in timeout. I was just kidding. I will not do that. I see Dacky said Derek Ryan is underrated in his work ethic, in my opinion. Dude, I love Derek Ryan. So does our boy Waz. Waz was screaming Derek Ryan's name today in the stands. I always love it. Waz was such a good vibe. Waz is always a good vibe. That's a thing. He even sent me a second weather report video, and I was like, Waz, I'm already here at the stadium. We already did it. So shout out Waz. He was all over the place interviewing people. Did a great work. Just a shout out to the whole nation team out at Greta, organized that bus ride. Lots of good times.
I think the whole team was at the game today too.
Yeah, it really was kind of in our section there. A little bit of everybody. Chalmers, Jay's cousin, Jared was there. It was a good thing. Hey, Jeremy Lebrec. All right, I'm sold. Jeremy just sold me. I'll see you at Greta. He said, Portsy, there's nothing wrong with playing a little guilty the next day. You're damn right, Jeremy. We've earned this one. We've done enough sad shows here. We need to really let it ride. So with that, I think I'm going to bid you all adieu. I appreciate every one of you. Hope you have a great sleep tonight. Want to give a final shout out to all of our sponsors. Crown Royal. Pour a couple of those. Get a little Crown and Cola going tonight.
Definitely after tonight.
Just straight Crown. I could even just go straight Crown tonight. Nothing's bringing me down tonight. Alberta Blue Cross. DoorDash. You have to say ding dong.
Ding dong.
There it is.
Nation 25.
Shout out to Wendy's and, of course, Betway. 19 plus. Please play responsibly. We have another episode of Oilers Nation every day with Tyler Remchuk tomorrow. The whole crew might be a little guilty tomorrow. We will see how we're feeling.
But we're talking about a win, and that's all that matters.
That's right. Gavin, me and you get a couple nights off. It's nice that the next game is Thursday. And then I believe it's a Saturday day game too. Mm-hmm. So that's nice for us. That is, I appreciate
a little bit
that.
of a shakeup.
Get a little Saturday night ourselves, right?
Yeah.
So that'll be good times. On Thursday, the Oilers game is at 7 p.m. here at home against the Dallas Stars. So that's the next time I will talk to you from this host chair. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have a great night, everybody. And I will see you tomorrow on the Oilers Nation YouTube.
Take care, guys.